Hey guys, welcome back. It's Key Tales here. Today we'll be playing another horror game called Siren Head. Siren Head is a short interactive scene featuring a creature designed by Trevor Henderson. You are a forest ranger searching for a missing hiker. Examine clues and follow the trail to uncover their fate. There are a lot of stories on Reddit. There is one that is quite long. I'll be reading it. I am a 24 years old soldier, and after what happened to me, I have had an uncontrollable fear of sirens. Every Saturday at night camp, I hear screams that only I can hear. I wake up my friends sometimes just to see their reactions, maybe figure out a solution about it, maybe check it out or something, but they never heard a thing. Every time I hear those screams, they are either a man's, a woman's, or a child's scream, but there's something peculiar about them. It was this quite noticeable static sound every time someone screamed, or should I say, whenever a scream plays, it sounds like it's coming from out of a siren, and it wakes me up every night. I have learned to ignore it, and I have thought that it's probably just me imagining things. Since I didn't like siren that much as a kid either, too loud to be enjoyable, it wakes me up every night, and it sounds very realistic, so I thought I should ask the headmaster if our siren accidentally play those weird sounds at night. Next morning, I talked to him about it, and he said that it may have been an error, but even if it was, the siren were turned off at night. Only the alarms were on. I tried to get him to look deeper into this thing because I doubt it was just an error, and I'm sure it was coming from a siren. But it said he thinks I'm talking nonsense and sent me to do some exercise with other soldiers. He might have been right. I maybe was just a bit paranoid. This night, the sounds weren't that loud. It sounded as if it was playing from somewhere inside the forest. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to check it out. I grabbed a flashlight, a shotgun, and sneaked out of camp to go into the forest and investigate. I know I may sound like a dumbass for doing this, like going out of camp to check out, but those screams were making my sanity fall apart. I kept walking and walking. Nothing was found, but I could hear the sounds getting louder and louder. I'm sure I was approaching it. I ended up in a straight dirt road, and then I saw something. It was too dark to see, but I could see something really freaky in the dark. It was in the middle of the road, so pointy. So I pointed my flashlight at it, and there it was. A slim. Damn, I'm getting chills, man. Whoa. A slim monster that was about as tall as tree, having long arms that could reach its toes, and for a head, two sirens connected into one tube. It looked very skinny, as if it was only bones, but you could clearly see some flesh on it, and it had metallic wires going through its body. I was terrified, but without any second thoughts, I immediately had my gun and shot it. It didn't die. The bullet marks were clear. I could see some blood running down, but instead of showing sign of pain, it started walking towards me without any second thoughts. I ran the opposite direction from where I was facing. The siren mimicked my scream and played again. The static sound always gave me a fuck-up feeling in my stomach, but from close up it was more terrifying. It then started to play some other weird sounds coming from its siren, such as tornado warning, Amber Alert announcements, and generally announcers speaking about scary things such as murders, criminal escapes, and other mess up stuff. I could run really fast, but even though it was walking, it wasn't that far away from me. Let's say I was far enough for it not to catch me. I grabbed my gun again, stopped, and shot at the siren. The sound it was playing were glitching out. I managed to outrun it, but it started approaching me pretty quick. I was far enough, but I could still see in the dark. I was running for about half an hour. It felt more like an eternity. Our distance didn't even change by a centimeter. It felt like I was running on an infinite road. Luckily, I could see a car. Thought someone was there. Whoever it was, I needed them to get me away from that thing. But to my disappointment, it was luck. Big mistake. Stopping the monster was now a bit closer, and the road got really muddy, so it slowed me down. I got out of the road and got inside the forest. It didn't come in. I could see it facing at me, but it stopped moving. I saw my camp. I was relieved, but still scared to stop and relax. I asked the guards to let me in, and since they knew me, they obviously opened the door. They asked me what I was doing outside this late and how did I get out. I apologized and asked them to keep it a secret, but later I explained to them what I saw and how I left. They probably felt sorry for me and thought that I was being paranoid, so they told me to go get some rest. I swore to them I didn't lie for what I've seen. They still didn't believe me. I shook it off and went back to bed. That night I was so terrified. It was the most scary experience I ever had. Around 5 to 6 a.m. I woke up to the sound of screams and subtle smell of smoke. I came outside to see what woke me up. Everything was on fire. Towers were torn apart and I could see piles of dead bodies. The thing that caught my eye, even though was what I had seen some hours ago, that tall, skinny siren head monster was responsible for everything. Soldiers begged me to help them, but I could not do anything about it. They were literally torn in half. How can they? Yeah, it's fictional story, so okay. The monster saw me and reached out to grab me. It missed. The whole camp was on fire. I even wondered if I was in hell. I ran and ran. It chased me, but I never stopped running. After running for so long, I came to an end of a cliff, and now that there was light, I saw the monster walk more clearly, and now it was more terrifying than before. I stopped walking. I could hear a crisp yet soothing voice coming out of the siren. Do you like hikes, Mark? How could this monster know my name? This had to be a never-ending nightmare, but it was reality. Come to me. I begged the monster not to kill me. I cried and asked it to leave me alone. To my surprise, not sure if it regrets its decision or just wanted to get revenge later, as I watched it turn around and disappear into the woods, I felt relieved that I escaped out of this situation. I went back to camp just to see all those dead bodies and broken buildings, but I had to call someone or I wasn't leaving this place. I'm always carrying my cell phone, so I called 911 and told them to come to the camp address. When they arrived, they told me to explain what had happened and how I survived it. I described everything by detail, but they thought I was joking and told me to act serious. I told them I was, and they finally took it seriously, sort of. They said they had investigated this. I packed my stuff and they brought me back to my city. I went back home and was happy to see my wife and kids. They were surprised I came home early. I came so early. I was supposed to come 5 months later. I explained to my wife what had happened and she just wouldn't believe me. She said I probably needed some rest and got all this shit out of my crazy imagination. All this make me curious. Am I living in a nightmare? Was I actually paranoid out? Whatever it was, it's done. For now, I pushed the curtains aside and opened the window to get some fresh air. I looked outside. It felt good to be home, but what I saw in the distance made me feel shocked. The monster was on top of a building, really far away. I tried to ignore it, but went to sleep. I probably need to book a therapy session. Ooh, damn, man, this is some chilling, creepy story, man. So, creepypasta story. Right. Oh, damn, how am I? They're playing at the wrong time. Let's do this. Okay, what's this? Pine Ridge Hiking Trail. No vehicle allowed. Oh, and we have torchlight. Oh shit, what is that? Oh shit, that is pretty scary, man. Really scary. What is this? Looks like barefoot. A giant bear. What is this? What is it? There's a bear poop on the wall again. There's nothing here. I guess there's nowhere else to go. Oh, this is probably nothing. It's just a bear poop. Just wiping on the floor. What is this? Oh my god. What is that? What is that long thing? It's a huge tree with red blood. Oh my god, there's nothing behind us, right? What is this? I have to get back to the truck now. Oh shit! Oh no! Oh shit! Oh shit! Shit. Oh shit, run! Oh shit, no! Run! You can do it! Oh shit, let's go! Oh shit, can I run backwards? Oh shit, he's catching up! Okay, I guess we can walk slowly. Okay, slowly. It's very slow. Oh, is that him? Oh shit. Oh my goodness. Can we go? How do we? Did we win? Yeah, we won.
Determined.
Oh shit, we didn't win, we died. This game gives me some chills, man. Actually wonder what happened if he managed to catch us. Let's run towards him and see. Okay. La 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 la. Oh, I'm pretty curious how he pops out from here. Oh, once you ready, he comes out. I guess we can go in there. Oh shit! Oh, actually, we wanted to run towards him. Let's see how we do.
Potentially dangerous weather situation.
Hey,
Especially
you
with
like-
the fever automatically activated to
Oh
warn
shit,
the
we didn't die. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, come here. See, we can run backwards. What will happen if we stay and see? If we stay, will this character Mark die? Really curious. Just now we died because we didn't reach the car in time. What happened if we reach the car in time? Let's try. Maybe? Escape or die?
Very potentially dangerous weather situation. Especially with the fever.
Oh, he actually did escape. Okay, so that's it. That's SIREN HEAD. If you guys want to download, you guys can search Trevor Henderson SIREN HEAD game. The link will be in the description. Thanks, guys.